Holland just lit a match and threw it straight into the heart of Hollywood's glittering facade. And baby, the explosion is echoing across the entire industry.
Bombshell, and this time it is pertaining to the New York Times. Amazing that you're not going to believe this, okay? It looks like Justin Baldoni may have a very strong case against the New York Times. I know for a fact that the mainstream media will lie and they will smear on behalf of their powerful friend. I believe in due process, which is why I always read the facts of the case before accepting the media narrative that they were plotting with the New York Times for months to smear him, and there may be some important evidence. So in Justin Baldoni's lawsuit, he accuses Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively of colluding with the New York Times. Do you guys remember what the article was actually entitled that they actually released on 12/21? We can bury anyone inside a Hollywood smear machine. But they believed her narrative instantly because the allegations were so strong. And I just kind of held fire because I don't trust the New York Times to save my life. Well, she filed a civil rights complaint in Los Angeles, and then within 24 hours, the New York Times had the scoop. They published the complaint in its entirety, and it looked suspicious. If you look at that URL, look at the date on that. 12/16/2024, the New York Times saved this image 4 days before they published the piece. Can you explain why the URL data points to the fact that this was saved under this title on the 16th? That's a problem, my friends, and I cannot believe it. And I am telling you, I have not seen a case so open and shut in my life. And the more that I read and the more details that I get into, I'm just shocked at how many lies were told, okay? This is about that narrative that I think they instantly started spinning. I believe that they are going to be able to prove in court that this was personal Ryan Reynolds versus Justin.
Can you even believe what you just heard? Fans are absolutely spiraling after what appears to be a jaw-dropping expose by none other than Tom Holland himself. Yep, our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is allegedly done keeping quiet, and he's spilling tea so hot it could melt Tony Stark's armor. What's the buzz? Allegedly, Tom just called out Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, yes, that Hollywood power couple, for trying to muscle their way into his Spider-Man empire. And trust us, this isn't some petty playground squabble. This is a full-blown behind-the-scenes battle royale, complete with whispers of sabotage, backdoor deals, strategic moves, and one very fed-up web-slinger who just snapped. Remember when Tom Holland was just a sweet-faced, flip-happy kid from Billy Elliot? Marvel took a chance on him, and overnight, boom, he was the face of the MCU's next generation. His youthful charm, insane acrobatics, and genuine energy won over fans instantly. He wasn't just Spider-Man, he was the MCU's future. And that spotlight? Oh, it burned bright, but that spotlight also casts shadows, the kind that attract ambition, envy, and powerful people looking to steal a piece of the shine. Enter Ryan Reynolds, the Deadpool darling, Hollywood's favorite wisecracker. Charismatic, hilarious, and married to Blake freaking Lively. What could possibly go wrong? Well, according to the latest whispers, everything. Allegedly, as Tom's Spider-Man franchise soared to billion-dollar box office glory, Ryan started getting itchy. Jealous? Maybe. Threatened? Some say yes. Word is, Ryan wanted a piece of that sweet MCU synergy. He started pushing Marvel hard to slot Deadpool into a Spider-Man crossover. The goal? Position himself as the next big centerpiece of the MCU, merging Deadpool's irreverent charm with Spider-Man's youthful innocence for box office domination. From a business perspective, it sounds like a slam dunk. Two iconic characters, one screen, instant cash, explosive marketing campaigns, viral content, crossover merch, fans screaming in theaters. Except, the studios weren't having it. Why? Because Tom's Spider-Man was carefully crafted to connect with younger audiences. He was the beating heart of a more innocent, wide-eyed Marvel. And Deadpool, that raunchy, R-rated, fourth-wall-breaking menace, not exactly a match made in superhero heaven. The tone clash was just too much, and that's when things allegedly got ugly. Insiders say Ryan didn't just accept the nope. He started pulling strings. From whisper campaigns to so-called accidental press leaks and attention-grabbing comedic stunts, Ryan allegedly was doing everything he could to hijack the Spider-Man spotlight. Some say he even tried using mutual connections at Disney to pressure executives, suggesting that fans demanded this crossover. But behind the scenes, executives were reportedly exhausted by the pressure. But guess who else stepped into the shadows? Blake Lively. Now, don't let those glamorous red carpet smiles fool you. According to Hollywood hush hush chatter, Blake was right there beside Ryan, backing him up with power moves of her own. It's claimed Blake reached out to her network, studio heads, fashion contacts, influencers, all pushing the idea. Deadpool and Spider-Man need to happen, fast. She allegedly organized meetups, private parties, and red carpet networking, not for glam, but for influence. But when the studios slammed that door shut again, the tension allegedly hit a whole new level. We're talking meltdowns, screaming matches, dramatic phone calls, publicists stepping in, assistants crying, all allegedly fueled by one goal: push Tom out and push Ryan in. Things behind the scenes at Marvel started getting messy, really messy. Chris Hemsworth, ever the cheeky Thor, allegedly joked that the real Civil War wasn't Cap versus Iron Man, it was Reynolds versus Holland. Chris Evans was reportedly Team Tom. And Robert Downey Jr., some say he gave Tom the talk about surviving Hollywood politics and staying true in the Sharks circle. But even that couldn't prepare Tom for what was allegedly next. Private cast chats became war zones. Subtle posts were analyzed like FBI evidence. Every side-eye, every quote, every interaction, fair game. And the internet, it didn't miss a thing. Then came the bombshell. Rumors flew that voicemails from Ryan existed. Not the funny kind, raw, frustrated rants. In them, Ryan allegedly lashes out about the studios refusing his vision. That Spider-Man's success was ridiculous, that they were leaving millions on the table. And if that wasn't wild enough, there might even be texts from Blake, allegedly showing she wasn't just aware of the plan, she was helping orchestrate it. Yes, orchestrate, screenshots, message threads, coordinated PR efforts, all allegedly part of a playbook to shift the spotlight. Again, nothing confirmed, all rumors. But the idea? Oh, it sent fan sites into overdrive. Could Hollywood's golden couple really be playing this dirty? Meanwhile, Tom was reportedly shook. He couldn't believe it. The manipulation, the gaslighting, the whispers. People he once admired, allegedly trying to bulldoze their way into his franchise. He felt betrayed, cornered, and most of all, furious. But here's the kicker. This wasn't just office drama anymore. This was personal. Fans started analyzing past interviews. That one panel where Ryan hijacked a fan question meant for Tom, suddenly it didn't seem so harmless. People noticed Tom looked uncomfortable, tight-lipped, eyes down, tension in the jaw, like he was holding back rage. And then, boom! Allegedly, Tom snapped. Not in public, but behind the scenes. Sources say after enduring subtle sabotage and pressure, Tom reached a breaking point. He was done. He allegedly told his reps, the studios, maybe even Ryan and Blake, stop, or I'm walking. He was ready to throw away the cape, the fame, the fanfare, just to escape the toxicity. You heard that right? Spider-Man was ready to quit Spider-Man. We're talking threats of walking away from the franchise, emails, calls, messages. Did Tom have the receipts? Some say yes. Others say the threat alone had Marvel scrambling. Sony? Panicking? Disney? Shook. Executives were reportedly pulled into emergency meetings. Damage control teams activated. Plans made to de-escalate before the media got wind. But it was already too late. Word was leaking. Rumors were swirling. And the narrative? It was slipping out of Marvel's hands. The cracks were showing. And then came a confrontation. Was it an industry event? A tense phone call? A brunch turned explosive? No one knows. But whispers say Tom did not hold back. He allegedly told Ryan and Blake to stop using his name. Stop dragging his franchise into their empire building. The message, this ends now. The tension was nuclear. Marvel executives scrambled to clean up the mess. One insider said Disney boardrooms were in full-blown DEFCON 1. Executives briefed, crisis PR on standby. The fear? That Tom Holland might actually go public with everything. Because if Tom had voicemails, emails, screenshots, or even just a tell-all interview, it could destroy the Reynolds Lively brand. And Marvel, chaos. But by then, the industry smelled blood. Whispers spread like wildfire. Future Deadpool Spider-Man plans? Put on ice. Contracts? Paused. Nobody wanted in on the drama. Production assistants talked. Writers whispered. Casting agents ducked. Ryan and Blake's perfect image allegedly took a massive hit. And Tom? The narrative shifted. He wasn't just the golden boy. He was now the victim. The target of an alleged silent coup. The star ambushed by Hollywood heavyweights. And the public rallied behind him. He became the face of resistance, of dignity, of boundaries. Here Team Tom started trending. Reddit threads blew up. Twitter exploded. TikTok lit up with timelines and theories. Fans pulled interviews, noted awkward glances, found clips of Tom looking crushed when Ryan joked about replacing him. The internet was doing what it does best, connecting the dots. Suddenly, this wasn't a rumor, it was a movement. YouTube sleuths posted breakdowns. Instagram fan accounts dropped cryptic Tom quotes about surviving Hollywood politics. Fans tracked Ryan and Blake's online moves. Some even created interactive timelines. And people noticed something strange. Ryan Reynolds, usually cheeky and ever-present, went quiet. No Spider-Man memes, no Tom shoutouts, just silence. And Blake? She pulled out of a podcast. Reason? Scheduling conflicts. Fans weren't buying it. The gossip got louder. Some insiders claimed Blake had a meltdown in a studio meeting, that she left in tears. Others say she was shouting over the phone. Again, unconfirmed, but the rumors sent the internet into chaos. Inside the industry, the fallout was real. Some directors reportedly started steering clear of pairing Ryan or Blake with younger stars. Studio executives began quietly reevaluating their power couple package deals. The once untouchable duo now had words like entitled, difficult, and calculating floating around. A golden brand, tarnished by ambition. And the irony? The scheme to elevate Ryan and Blake backfired spectacularly, because all it did was make Tom Holland even bigger. The sympathy wave was massive. Brands leaned into his image. Rumors swirled he was being eyed for Oscar-worthy roles. Some say Marvel even offered him producer credits. Anything to keep him happy. Fans weren't letting up. They dug deeper. Remember when Tom went live on Instagram and said, "Sometimes it's not about the role, it's about surviving the people around it"? That clip resurfaced with a vengeance. People said it was a subtle dig. Blind gossip sites hinted Blake was no longer welcome on certain studio lots, that Ryan's Deadpool project had creative tension, and the most damning claim, that Tom had screenshots of an exchange where Blake allegedly demanded script changes to push her and Ryan's characters ahead of Peter Parker's arc. Whether it's real or not, it doesn't even matter anymore, because in Hollywood, perception is everything. And right now, Ryan and Blake allegedly tried to hijack the MCU throne, and Tom stood his ground. Some say this could change Marvel forever, that the studio is circling back to protect its core stars. It's Tom's. And this feud, it might not be over, because we're still waiting. Waiting for someone to break the silence. One leaked text, one cryptic post, one awkward interview, and if that happens, boom, it all explodes again. Because if even half of this is true, Ryan and Blake's image is about to get rocked. And Tom Holland, the kid who started Wide-Eyed, might just come out of this the most powerful name in Hollywood. So now we wait. Did Tom Holland just blow the lid off a silent takeover? Or is Hollywood spinning another illusion? Either way, one thing's clear. If this web unravels further, it won't just be careers on the line. It'll be reputations. And in Hollywood, that's the deadliest currency of all.